Now, in this video, we will going to take up one more Python program on how to do the matrix subtraction. So, what is the subtraction you do? So, you will going to have the two inputs of the matrix, having the rows and columns, having one matrix, and I will going to have an input for the another matrix also. So, these two matrices is subtracted considering the one element of the first row and the first column of the first matrix with the first row and first column of the second matrix. So by using the subtraction, you will going to get the resultant matrix. This is what I need to do. The moment when I talk about the matrix, we always talk about the rows and columns. Suppose if I say the matrix of 3 by 3, so what does it mean? It will going to take the row as the first indication is the row and the second indication is the column. So it is always shown by the 3 by 3 matrix, that is rows and columns. So first here the user has to give the input. Since the user has to give the input, so we will going to use the input function. In Python program, always the input function, whenever we give any value or a number, it will always be considered as a string. So I need to convert that string into either the integer or the float, depending upon the requirement of the data. Since I want to have the integer function, so we will going to take the integer function, int input, enter the row number. So once you do that, so I want to store that in a particular variable. So I am calling that variable as row. So row equals int input, enter the row number. Similarly, column equals int input, enter the column number. Now after that, I need to, once I give the input, where exactly I want to print the elements of the matrix. So once I decide about the size of the matrix, then I want to print the elements of the matrix. Since I want to print the elements of the matrix, I need to give the input and I need to give the values to the input for the matrix 1. So how to give that? For that, we want to use the nested list. So the matrix 1 will going to have int input. We are using the input function. For I in range, always the column will going to come first and then the row. So that is how for j in range row. So initially in the nested list, the column will be the first one and then it comes with the row. So I am going to explain that as I take up the tracing. Then I want to print the matrix 1. So how to print the matrix 1? It should be in the matrix format of 3 by 3 or 2 by 3 or whatever it is. Whatever the way, whichever the way you want, you can use the size of the matrix. It need not be 3 by 3 or it need not be 2 by 2 or it can be 2 by 3 or 3 into 2 or whatever way you want, you can use it. But always remember, in the nested list, the column will going to play the first one and then the row. This is very, very important. So in the matrix 1, so I want to print the matrix 1. So how to give the matrix? It will be in rows and columns. So first I need to give for I in range row. Then if this condition becomes true, then for j in range column, if this condition becomes true, then I want to print the matrix. So the matrix will going to be the matrix 1 ij, and we are giving the separation between the two elements by giving the some 5 spaces. And then since I want to continue between the two columns and I need to continue, so basically in Python, always the print function will goes to the next line. Since I want to continue after the printing of the first element, I want to continue in the same line. For that, I am using the end separator. End equals, give one close the quotes, open and close the close. And after the printing of the first row, I need to go to the second row. For that, I am using the print function outside the jth loop. Once you come out of this jth loop, it should go to the next. J is for the column and I for the So naturally the I will going to be the second, when it goes to the second row, it should go and the cursor should go to this next line for to print in the second row. For that I am using the print function. The next thing is, similarly I want to print the elements of the matrix 2. So again I am giving the matrix 2 with the input, again for I in range column and again for ij in range row. Then I want to give the print matrix 2. So again for I in the range row, so the same way whatever we have done for the matrix 1, the same thing is used here, except that we are changing into matrix 2. Once I do that, later on we need to print in a particular format that we have done it. Now I need to add these two matrices. For that I need to have a result matrix. So for that the result we will going to initiate, since it is the nested list. Suppose if you are using 3 by 3, then you are going to get the 3 by 3 matrix for the resultant. Suppose if you are using 2 by 3, both the order should be the same. That's what I am trying to tell you here. So 0 for I in range column, for j in range row. Then I want to add the two matrices for I in range row, for j in column, for j in range column. Result of ij will be equal to matrix 1 of ij minus matrix 2 of ij. Why this? Because suppose if I say I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 0, result of 0 0 will be equal to matrix 1 of 0 0 minus matrix 2 of 0 0. What does it mean? It is the 0th column and the 0th row of the first matrix subtracting the matrix 2 of the 0th row and the 0th column. So that means I am subtracting from each element of the rows and columns of the first matrix with the each row and corresponding row and corresponding column of the matrix 2. That is the meaning of this. So once you do that, I need to print those values in the resultant matrix with a matrix format. So for that, again for I in range row, for j in range column, so the result of ij I need to print. So then between the two elements I want to give the space as 5, and after that I need to have an end separation so that it will continue in the same line. Once you complete the first row, it has to go to the second row. Then we are using outside the jth loop, I am using the print function. So it will go to the next line, and similarly again it will going to take the increment for I and then comes to the j, and j in 3 columns it will going to execute. This is how you will be able to write the program. So now I want to see how is the output. So once I give that, enter the row number. Once you start executing, so first line what it will going to execute is row input. Row is equal to input, enter the row number, and after executing this line it will come to this line, enter the column number. That is what we are doing here. Column 3. Enter the elements of the matrix 1. So the matrix 1 will going to have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 90. So since it is 3 by 3, 3 into 3 is equal to 9. Therefore you have 9 elements of the matrix which has been entered in the matrix 1. So by using the print function, the matrix 1 has been printed in the matrix format 10, 20, 30. After this, this 2 will going to give you the space what we are trying to specify here, and then end is after printing 10, it should go to the 20 by taking some 5 distances or 5 spaces. Then it has to print 2, and since I want to continue in the same line between these two, you will going to continue in the same line. Once you are done with j, once you are coming out of this, since you have the print function here, this will make the cursor to go to the second line and again starts executing the same thing again and again. So this is how you will be able to execute. Then enter the elements of the matrix 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So again the matrix 2 will going to have the format of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then the resultant matrix will be 9, 18. Why? Because you will have matrix 1 will have 10. Okay, matrix 10, matrix 1 will have 10, and similarly the matrix 2 will have 1. So matrix 2 will have 1. So 10 minus 1 will becomes 9. Similarly 20 minus 2 will becomes 18. 30 minus 3 will becomes 27, and so on. 90 minus 9 will going to become 81. So this is how you will be able to execute the program of the subtraction of the given row matrix. Now we will see how it will going to tracing, how it will going to be done. So first the row int input, enter the row number. Once you are entering the row number, so once you are executing this line, immediately in the output you will going to get enter the row number. So I am typing 3 and enter. Then it will come to the next line, column will be equal to int input, enter the column number. So after executing this line, the output will going to be enter the column number. So I will enter 3 here. Print, enter the elements of the matrix 1. It will going to execute this line. So after executing this line, you are going to get the output as enter the elements of the matrix 1. Now you are coming into this matrix 1 will be equal to int input for I in range column, for j in range row. So here first what it will going to take, for I in range column will going to become 3, for j in range column will be, a row will be equal to 3 because 3 by 3 matrix. So once you do that, so initially I is equal to 0 because the column, the moment when I say the range is 3, it will start from 0, 0, 1 and 2. That is what we have shown here, 0, 1, 2. What are the elements of the input? The elements of the input for this is 10, 20, 30. So 10, 20, 30, after executing this, so it will go to the column row, that is the row. So j will going to become 0. So the row will be 0. So j will be equal to 0. After executing this, again it comes back to this here. I will become 0. So after executing this, again it comes to this. So 0 is the I is equal to 0. So then 0, 1 and 2. Why? Because when I is equal to 0, you are going to enter the elements of 40. 0 plus 1, it becomes 1. 1 is less than 3, condition is true. It becomes 50. And I is equal to 1 plus 1, it becomes 2. 2 is less than 3, condition is true. Then you are going to enter 60. 2 plus 1, it becomes 3. 3 is less than 3, condition becomes false. It goes to this. So j is already 0. 0 plus 1 becomes 1. 1 is less than 3, condition is true. So it will going to execute that j is equal to 1. Again it comes to this. So again I is equal to 0, 0, 70. I is equal to 1, 80. And I is equal to 2 will become 90. So then j will be equal to 2. Once you execute this, it will going to be in the nested list. So this is the nested list format wherein you have 10, 20, 30. So this will going to be the columns, that is j is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. It is the row, and 10, 20, 30 will going to become column. So 0, 1, 2. So this becomes the column. So 40, 50, 60. Again you have a column number, that is why 0, 1, 2, and 70, 80, 90. Again it is 0, 1, 2, which is the column. So row is j is equal to 0, 1, 2. Now I want to print this in the matrix format. So to do that, print in matrix 1. I want to print the matrix 1. Matrix 1 will going to be for I in range row, colon. Again it will enter, if this condition becomes true, for j in range column, print format matrix at 1 ij. So between the two columns I want 5 spaces, and then after the between the columns it will continue in the same line. Once it executes the first row completely, then it will go to the, once it comes out of the jth loop, it will comes to the print function. So since it comes to the print function, the cursor will go to the next line. Again it will go to take the increment of I is equal to 0 plus 1. So in this way it will go, it becomes 1, 1 is less than 3, condition is true. Then it enters into the jth loop. Again it should start from 0 only. So this is how you will be able to execute. Now we will see how it will going to be done. I in range 3 because row is 3. J in range 3 because the column is equal to 3. So initially it will take the value of I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 0. If 0 is less than 3, condition is true. So it enters into jth loop. j is equal to take 0, 0 is less than 3, condition is true. Then matrix 1 of ij, what is the value of I? I is 0, j is 0. Matrix 1 of 0, 0 will go to become 10. So matrix 1 of 0, 0 will enter 10. So as we see the print function wherein you have less than 5, so immediately cursor will go to push to this. Okay? Then j will become 0 plus 1, it becomes 1, 1 is less than 3, condition is true. Matrix 1 of ij, matrix 1 of 0, 1 is equal to 20. So it will take 20 here. Then the cursor will go to move to this. The cursor will move to this. Then j is equal to 1 plus 1, it becomes 2, 2 is less than 3, condition is true. Matrix 1 of ij will be equal to matrix 1 of 0, 2, which will be equal to 30. Then again the cursor will go to move to this outside this. Then j is equal to 2 plus 1, it becomes 3, 3 is less than 3, condition becomes false. So it comes out of the inner loop. So since it goes to the print function, the cursor move to the next line. That is what. After moving to this, the cursor will come to the second. So again, now you are out of the jth loop. Now again the cursor will go for the for loop again. So I is equal to 0 plus 1, it becomes 1, 1 is less than 3, condition is true. So it will enter into j is equal to 0, 0 is less than 3, condition is true. Matrix 1 of ij, now in this case matrix 1 of 1, 0. What is 1, 0? It is 40. Then again j is equal to 0 plus 1, 1 is less than 3, condition is true. Matrix 1 of 1, 1 is equal to 50, so it comes to this. So j is equal to 1 plus 1, it becomes 2, 2 is less than 3, condition is true. Matrix 1 of 1, 2 will be equal to 60, so it comes to this. So again the cursor moves in the same line, it won't go to the next line first. So j is equal to 2 plus 1, it becomes 3, 3 is less than 3, condition it becomes false. So it comes out of the inner loop. Once it comes out of the inner loop, then it comes to the print function. The cursor moves to the next line. So this is how it will be start executing. The next is, then I will be incremented with 1 plus 1, it becomes 2, 2 is less than 3, condition is true. Then it enters into the jth loop. J is equal to 0, 0 is less than 3, it will go to take 70. So then j becomes 1, 2, 1 becomes 80, and j becomes 2, 2 is less than 3, yes, 2, 2 is 90. Then 2 plus 1, it becomes 3, 3 is less than 3, condition is false. So it comes to 70, 80, 90, it comes out of the inner loop. Then it goes to the print function, cursor move to the next line, it comes here. Then I will be considered with one more increment, 2 plus 1, it becomes 3, 3 is less than 3, condition becomes false. It comes out of the outer loop also. So this is how the print function will going to work in the matrix format. So what we are doing is, we are converting the input whatever we are given in the nested list into the matrix format. That is what the entire exercise what we have done. This is for the matrix 1. Similarly, enter the elements of the matrix 2. So enter the elements of the matrix 2, explained above, the same way we need to do for this also. So once we do that, print matrix 2, the matrix 2 will going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, and j is equal to 0, 1, 2. So totally how many number of elements we will going to get? 9, because it is 3 by 3. 3 into 3 is equal to 9. Once you do that, now we will going to go for the result. Again, the result will also be entered in the nested list. Then 0 for I in range column, for j in range row. I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2. So the values that we have entered is 0. For the jth row, that is 0th row. Then again I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, which is 0, 0, 0. I is j is equal to 1, which is the list comprehension. And I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, and I is equal to 2. Again it is 0, 0, 0. So j is equal to 2. This comprehension or the nested list, whatever we wanted to say. So result will be 0, 0, 0. So this is 0, 1, 2, which is the column. And 0, 0, 0, again it becomes column. 0, 1, 2, again it becomes the column. Then this list is the 0th row, this list is the first row, and this list is the second row. So j is equal to 2. Now we want to add. So how to add the two? We want to subtract. How to subtract these two? For I in range row, for j in range column, result of ij is equal to matrix 1 of ij minus matrix 2 of ij. So for I in range, row is 3. So I is equal to 0, 1, 2. J in range 3, j is equal to 0, 1, 2. So initially it will take the value of 0, 0 is less than 3, condition is true. And enters into the jth loop, j is equal to 0, 0 is less than 3, condition is true. So result of ij, that is equal to matrix 1 of ij minus matrix 2 of ij. So I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0. Therefore, the result of ij will be equal to matrix 1 of 0, 0 minus matrix 2 of 0, 0. Matrix 1 of 0, 0 is how much? 10. It will take the element from the matrix 1 of 10 minus it will take the matrix 2 of 0, 0, that is 1. 10 minus 1, it will give you the value as 9. Result will be 0, 0 will be 9. Now similarly, j is equal to is incremented with 1, 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, 1 is less than 3, condition is true. So result of 0, 1 is equal to matrix 1 of 0, 1 minus matrix 2 of 0, 1. So that is 20 minus 2, which becomes 18. Similarly, j is equal to 1 plus 1, it becomes 2, 2 is less than 3, condition is true. Result of 0, 2 is equal to matrix 1 of 0, 2 minus matrix 2 of 0, 2. So that is 30 minus 3 is equal to 27. So j is equal to 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, 3 is less than 3, condition becomes false, it comes out of the inner loop. Similarly, I is equal to 0 plus 1 now. That is, now I am entering into the ith loop, 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, 1 is less than 3, condition is true. Then it comes to j is equal to 0, 0 is less than 3, condition is true. Now it will be result of 1, 0 will be equal to matrix 1 of 0, matrix 2 of 0. That means result of the first row, that is the second row, 0th column. That is what we are. Or in other words, this corresponds to row number and this corresponds to column number. So 40 minus 4 is equal to 36. Similarly, j is equal to 0 plus 1, 1 is less than 3, result of 1, 1 will be equal to matrix 1 of 1, 1 minus matrix 2 of 1, 1. So 50 minus 5 is equal to 45. Now we go for j is equal to 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, 2 is less than 3, condition is true. So you will go to get 60 minus 6, which is 54. And j is equal to 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, 3 is less than 3, condition becomes false. It comes out of the inner loop. And I is equal to 1 plus 1 is becomes 2, 2 is less than 3, condition is true. So then it comes to the jth loop. So 0, 0 is less than 3, condition is true. So 2 of 0 is equal to matrix 1 of 2 of 0 minus matrix 2 of 2 of 0. 70 minus 7, which is equal to 63. Similarly, we are getting 72 and also 81. Once you do that, then j is equal to 2 plus 1, it becomes 3, 3 is less than 3, condition becomes false. So it comes out of the inner loop. Then I is equal to 2 plus 1, it becomes 3, 3 is less than 3, condition is false. It comes out of the outer loop. The final value of result what you will going to get is 9, 18, 27. This is 0, 0, 1, 2 columns. And this is for j is equal to 0. Then 36, 45, 54, that is column 0, 1, 2. This is the second row. And 63, 72, 81, it is 0, 1, 2, that is the column. This is the third row, that is j is equal to 2. Now we want to enter into the resultant matrix. The resultant matrix will going to be for I in range row, for j in range column. Print format result of ij is less than 5 and end is equal to next line. So then in continuing the same line, then print function will give you, it will go to the next line. The final output of the resultant matrix after executing this, which I have already explained to you while we are taking the input of the matrix 1. So you are going to get, this is 9, 18, 27. So 9, 18, 27. Whatever we have got in the nested list, I am printing that in the matrix format. 36, 45, 54. So you can see 36, 45, 54 and 63, 72, 81. So this is how you will be able to write a program on how to subtract the given two matrix by giving the user input. Now we will try to write, now we will going to try to write a program of the same thing by using the VS code, that is Python code. So to do that, first I need to go for the new file. I will go for the new file, and then now once I go for the new file, I am just showing how to go into a new file to be created in Python code by using the Visual Studio Code. So to do that, I will go for the new file, go to the Python file. So now I will try to write the program. For that, row equals int input, enter the row number, then again column equals int input, enter the column number. Once you do that, now I want to print enter the elements of the matrix 1, print enter the elements of the matrix 1. Once you do that, now I want to enter the matrix 1 elements now. So to do that, I will go for matrix 1, which is equal to double square bracket int input, okay. Then after this, for I in range column, then for j in range row. So once you do that, now we want to go for print matrix 1, print, I want to go for matrix 1. So how to enter the matrix? So to do that, for I in range row colon, for j in range column, okay. Then I will go for print, I will go for format, then I will go for matrix 1, okay. Matrix 1 of ij, matrix 1 of ij, then comma less than 5, then comma end equals, then after executing this, once I come out of the j loop, I will give for the print function. Now once you do that, now we have the print function. Now we go to the next line, next code, print enter the elements of the matrix 2, print enter the elements of the matrix 2. Once you do that, then you have matrix 2. Again you have the same sort of input, int input, okay. Then for I in range, first you need to take the column, then for j in range row, okay. So the nested list, then I want to print matrix 2, okay. Then once you do that, for I in range row, then for j in range column, print format matrix 2 of I j, okay, comma less than 5, that is the number of spaces, then I need to have n equals this much. Once you do that, now we go for the print function. Then now we go for this one is over, result is equal to, similarly I will go for result equals, I want to initialize 0 for I in range column, then for j, okay, then for j in range row. Then I want to calculate, how to calculate for I in range row, for j in range column, then result of ij, okay, equals matrix 1 of ij minus matrix 2 of ij. Once you do that, now I want to print the resultant matrix. Print the resultant matrix. Okay, so to do that, I will go for I in range row, then for j in range column, print format result of ij, okay, comma, less than 5, that is space between the two columns, and is equal to this much. Then I will go for print. This is the final thing what I need to write. So to do that, now I am going to go for the saving of this file. I will go to file, I will save by giving some file name. Once you do that, now we will try to run the program. Once you run the program, so now you will see how this will going to be executed. Enter the row number 3, column number 3, enter the elements of the matrix 1, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So matrix 1 will have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Matrix 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you are going to get the resultant matrix as 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54 and 63, 72, 81. Now we will try to execute this by using the step by step. So to do that, Python debug file, I will try to show you how it will going to be executed. So now I will go for the row number 3, enter the elements of the column number 3, enter the elements of the matrix 1. So you are going to get matrix 1. So now I will go for the input. Now you observe here what happens. You will get 10, enter, I is equal to 0 is 10. Then we will going to get 20, that I is equal to 1 becomes 20. Then you will going to get 30, enter. So now after I, so j will have, that is the first row will have 10, 20, 30. Then 40, then we have 50. The same way it will go to enter now. Then you will go to have 60. Okay. So j is equal to 1, you will going to get 40, 50, 60. Then you have 70. Then you have, then you have 80. Then you have 90. So once you do that, so this is the j is equal to 2. So you have all the elements of the matrix. So you have list component 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So this is the nested list what you will going to get. Matrix 1 will have the nested list of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. List comprehension. Now we will going to execute this into the printed format. Now matrix format. For I, what is the value of I? I is equal to 0. 0 is less than 3, condition is true. So it is entering into the J loop now. J is equal to 0 now. You can see here J is also become 0. So format. Matrix 1 of Ij is how much? It is 0, 0. You can see 0 and here it is. Again you will have 0. So matrix 1 of 0, 0. What is matrix 1 of 0, 0? Which is 10. Now it will going to print 10 now. Then column will going to be taken as 2 now. So J is equal to 1 now. So you can see J becomes 1. Matrix 1 of Ij is matrix 1 of 0, 1. It becomes 0, 1. 0, 1. It is 20. So it will print 20. Then J becomes 2. I is equal to 0. Still you are in the same line. You can see here. That is because for this separation what you have. So now, so it will take 30. So again it is continuing. It's not going to the next line. Because the column we are not executed again. See the column is 3. So J is equal to 2. J will not going to become 3 now. So because it will trace to take 3. 3 is less than 3. Condition is false. So it comes out of the J loop. So now you are coming into the print function. Once you are coming to the print function, so immediately the cursor will go to the next line and goes back to I. I becomes 1 now. Here it is 0. Once you execute this line, I will becomes 1. Once it execute this, J becomes 0. Okay. Then it will take print. That is 1, 0 will be 40. Then 1, 1 will going to become 50. 1, 2 will going to become 60. Then it will go to the next line. Then 2. J, I is equal to 2. J is equal to 0 now. 2. J is equal to 0. That is this one which will going to be printed now. 70, 80, 90. Now it will go to the print function. So it goes back. Then I will also execute this list. I is equal to 2 plus 1. It becomes 3. 3 is less than 3. Condition becomes false. So it comes to the next line. So it goes out of the entire thing. It comes to the enter the elements of the matrix 2. So what is the element of the matrix 2? It will be 1. The same way what I have done for the matrix 1, the same thing will going to continue here. So I will not going to explain that in detail like what I did earlier. So now 3. So now you are getting into fourth one now. 4. Then we have 5. Then we have 6. Then we have 7. Then we have 8. Then we have 9. Okay. So once you execute this, so this is the nested list for the matrix 2 component. So matrix 1 and matrix 2 now. 1, 2, 3. For I is equal to 0 now. J is equal to 0. So matrix 2 of, so first we need to go for the matrix 2. 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now the result will be like this. So the result will be 0. So now it is entering now. So that is the nested list for the resultant matrix. You are getting this. So the resultant matrix will also have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So now you will going to get this. So matrix 1, matrix 2 and this. So 10 minus 1 becomes 9 now. See how it will go to work now. So I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0. So result of 0, 0. I will be 0, j will be 0. Matrix 1 of 0, matrix 1 of 0. Matrix 2 of 0, 0. This is 0, 0, 0. That is 10 minus 1, it becomes 9. So you can see this will have 9 now. Similarly, then 20 minus 2, it becomes 80. 30 minus 3, it becomes 27. Then 40 minus 4, it becomes 36. You can see here what it is happening now. Then 50 minus 5 is 45. Then 60 minus 6 is 54. 70 minus 7 is 63. 80 minus 8 is 72. 90 minus 9 is 81. So now this is the actual result what we get. This is in the nested list. Now I want to entering into the resultant matrix in the printing format. So the resultant matrix will be I00 J00. So result of 00 will be 9. Then 01 will becomes 18. Then 02 it will 02 will becomes 27. So it will go to the next line. Then 10 will going to become 36. Then 11 will going to become 45. 12 will going to become 54. Then it go to the next line. Then 20 will going to become 63. 21 will become 72. 22 will going to become 81. So print function. So this is how you will be able to execute a Python program on how to subtract the given two matrix by giving the user input by using the Python program. Thank you.